All personal training certifications are complete bullshit. So if you are a new coach or someone trying to get into the industry, it literally does not matter what cert you get because they are all bullshit. And just a quick intro, my name is Felix. I've been coaching for 12 years. I was managing for over 3 years. So I've been around the biz for a little bit. And there's a couple really important aspects of personal training certifications that you need to understand. The first thing, and this is the most important thing, I started off the video with this, they're all complete bullshit. Personal training certs suck. I cannot stress how bad every single certification is because they teach you complete bullshit that is not applicable in the least amount to your clients. But if you're the typical coach who is going to start off in a big box gym, you need to have that piece of paper because the training manager or the hiring manager or whoever is going to hire you, they need that piece of paper just in case you hurt a client. They want to know that their insurance is going to cover them. So if you don't have a cert, you're not going to get a job because they are not going to fall back on paying that money out of pocket. So you have to get a cert if you're going to go the big box route. But when it comes down to it, the hiring manager has a list of acceptable certs. So if you have a CSCS and you've gone to 5 years of school for exercise science, you get your master's exercise science, that definitely does say a lot to that hiring manager, saying you really take this career seriously, that you are here to do this for the rest of your life, or at least you've gotten a lot of education to get into this career. Versus, let's say someone else has a shitty cert like AAAI, and looking at these two coaches on paper, these two prospective employees on paper, everybody's going to say, well, the guy with the CSCS and 5 years exercise science degree and master's, that's the clear person you want to hire. But let's say that person doesn't really interview well. They don't really know how to relate to the manager. They can't speak really well. They can't really hold a conversation versus that coach who has the bullshit AAAI cert. They're talking, they're holding a really nice conversation. They have a lot of life experiences to talk about and to relate to the manager. That person with the bullshit cert will get hired every single time because personal training is, of course, knowing a lot of the exercise science of things. But if you cannot hold a conversation and you cannot relate to your clients and you can't talk to people, you are never going to make it as a coach. On top of that, they are just the very introduction into your learning as a coach. You should be constantly trying to consume as much exercise knowledge as possible. And especially in this day and age, we're learning new things every single day when it comes to exercise and how to train people. So it's really important that you expand as much as possible so you really start understanding how to really train people. But on top of that, you're really going to start learning what type of training you like to do and what type of clients you like to coach. Beyond that, clients don't really know anything about certifications. They couldn't care less about certifications. Now, of course, you're always going to have those people who are like, my last coach was RKC qualified and I want my coach to be RKC qualified. Yeah, of course, you're going to have those kind of exceptions. But in my 13 years, I've never once had a client ask me what my certification is. So if you take nothing away from this video, the only thing I want you to remember is it doesn't matter what cert you get. If you have a gym in mind or there are several gyms around you that you're looking to interview at and you're just unsure of what cert to get, just call and ask and say, what certifications do you require? What certifications are acceptable at your gym? And they'll typically have a list of requirement or a list of certs that are acceptable. And I guarantee NASM's going to be on there. I guarantee ACSM's going to be on there. ACE is probably going to be on there, and there might be some other ones. There may be an in-house one that is acceptable too. And honestly, if they have an in-house one that's really cheap, I would just go with that because the most important aspect of coaching is to start coaching. You can read a book as much as you want, but if you don't start coaching people, you're never going to learn how to coach people. It's just the most important aspect of becoming a coach is you have to do it. And as you do it, you get better and better. So if you're like me, over a decade ago, if you're like all these other thousands of other people, you're stressing over which cert to get, it doesn't matter. Just pick something that sounds good and do that. Also, I have my workout programming mastery course that's completely free right here on YouTube. You can also access it through Thinkific. those links are down below in the description, and there is no upcharge or any like shady thing to try and get you to pay me money. I'm not charging anything for this. I don't have any products. I'm not trying to sell anything at all. This is completely for free for any coaches that want to learn more about programming.